1071 WTJN. I'm Clint Myers for David the Neuer on TCTV on demand. It's time now for the Mayor's Report, and of course, sitting with me is Mayor Michael Beamish. Good morning.
Glad to be here, Clint. It's good to always see David here too, and all the listeners that want to find out what's going on.
I've been practicing this over and over and over again, just so we can get started off right. Bicicletas is the sculptures on the square this year.
I'm glad you pronounced that well. I will say we had a wonderful delegation that came for the gala, participated in the ribbon cutting, and also at the farewell dinner from Mexico. Their sculptor, the maestro Navarro, was not able to be present, but he had his son here, and he had a delegation from Mexico that was very involved in the sculptures, international sculptures that we now have here in small little city of Troy, Ohio, USA.
It doesn't feel very small when you step outside.
No, it doesn't. You know, we've talked about this is a Midwestern city with big town taste. They see that when they came here. Their exhibits have been across the world and in big cities. This is probably the smallest city, but they have shared with us it's one of the more welcoming cities that they've been a part of. So we're off to a good start with the sculptures. They're placed all around, and it's a time when people can look at our bike-friendly community and actually see the international flavor as well.
It really ties it all together with being bike-friendly and the bike trails, and now our sculptures on the square has to do with bike as well.
People may not realize, but in this region we have over 330 miles of recreational trail system. It's the largest in the U.S.
That's amazing.
And it's right here in the Miami Valley.
Now, there were some mini sculptures that came along with the big sculptures that we see downtown. Some of those are displayed throughout the town as well?
Absolutely, and they brought those. I think there's 20 of them. They represent the bigger sculptures,
okay.
But we're going to have some in some of the local businesses, usually the businesses where the owner is a part of the Sculptures on the Square committee.
Okay.
These are very precious, and we want to make sure we account for each and every one of the small sculptures.
Absolutely.
But the Hainer Cultural Center will have an exhibit, and we know the Hainer Cultural is a great place to treasure in our own right, to come and take a look at some of the smaller sculptures that have been brought to us.
I'm sure there will be a lot of information posted there at the Hainer with them as well, because the Hainer isn't just a beautiful place to look at. It is a learning facility as well.
It is, and I want to thank the Sculptures on the Square committee. I've been a part of that, I think, from the inception. But every 2 years we try to look at what's something that we could bring unique. Bicycle-friendly communities. We're a bronze medal. We would like to move up, but you know, with all the events we've got coming down the road that are bike-friendly type activities, this sculpture exhibit internationally is a good one for Troy.
It'll bring people in to come to take a look at the artwork.
Well, compliments
and always has.
Compliments to the Sculptures on the Square committee for having that vision.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about council.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about council. Now, I say that with tongue-in-cheek because this is one of those unique, rare council meetings where we had 0 resolutions to address and 0 ordinances to address. So the meeting moved along pretty smoothly. We had no committee reports to speak of, and so it was a very short meeting, but it does allow me to tell the viewers there is differences between resolutions and ordinances. Resolutions are more of a temporary, at the moment type resolution. Ordinances are a little more permanent, have a little more permanency, so that's why you see them divided. And of course we've talked about our statutory form where we need 3 readings unless you want to suspend those readings by a supermajority, and then we can move forward. But when you have none, you don't have to deal with that. And that's was very unique for this council, and in years past.
Well, I wondered when I saw the agenda come in the email that there was nothing listed, and I thought, well, that'll move by pretty quick.
It did, and it's still a productive meeting, and we still have to have, even though we don't have any agenda items, we still publicly have a first Monday and a third Monday of every month at City Hall at 7 o'clock. They're public meetings, so we do need to have those meetings take place on a regular basis.
Now, when you also have those, that is an invite for the public to come in, not only to see city government in action, but it's time for their voice to be heard as well.
Well, absolutely. Even though there's no agenda items, there is a time for public comment, and we always have public comment. And that's, in fact, we had Leadership Troy representatives there we introduced at last night's meeting. These are people that, as we have Government Day coming up, they assume roles of our council members. And so they're there to kind of understand a little bit the process, just as you said, Clint.
All right. Big day today. We were speaking of the Las Bicicletas before. Now we're still talking about bicycles. It is a Super Bike Saturday today.
Well, it is, and people that are listening to the show can participate in a lot of activities today on this Saturday, May 6th. And it could start with a Troy Strawberry Festival pre-event, the Golden Couple event. This is for married couples that have been married for 50 plus years to their partner.
And you do this down at the Hainer.
Yeah, we do it at the Hainer. It's at 10 o'clock in the morning. It is a free activity. It is a fun activity. And I would encourage people who are just curious to see senior couples together in a not-so-newlywed format. I have the opportunity to chair that committee, and I'm so proud of it. We are into the second decade of that particular event. We have 7 couples selected. That's the most we could put on the stage at one time. So it should be a wonderful time. I would encourage people to come out at 10 o'clock. And then we have the Super Bike Saturday, and it starts at 12:30. We'll be out at Duke Park. They'll be dedicating the mountain bike course, and they're going to have some relay races. It's just a nice activity for another venue to provide for people who have a certain interest.
They're actually doing a 4-hour relay adult race out there on Saturday.
Yes.
Wow.
And then that's at 12:30. Now yours truly is going to try to be there at the Golden Couple. Go out to Duke Park at 12:30. Then at 1 o'clock we're going to head to Miami Shores.
You're going to need your bicycle.
I'm either going to have, it's fast paced, that's for sure.
It is.
But the Weavers have been so generous in donating the funds for a gazebo that's placed right along the bike trail there. We have a bike repair station there, and we're going to dedicate that gazebo by Miami Shores Golf Course at 1 o'clock. And then, that's not all. We're trying to find things for people of all ages, so I hope you can see this. Then we're going to transfer our efforts down to Treasure Island Park, where kids from 6 to 12 years old can come to the Treasure Island Park. We're going to have a safety awareness program and activities, helmet fitting, medical IDs, a little skill and instruction on bike safety. But all that will be taking place for youth at 1:30 in the afternoon at Treasure Island. So we're going to hit Duke Park, Miami Shores, and then we're going to come back to Treasure Island in the afternoon hours. And it will be at the Hainer at 10 o'clock for the festival Golden Couple event.
Now, the Troy Fire Department is distributing the helmets.
Correct, and the police department will be there too to help with the IDs and a little safety instruction. So it's a positive interaction between our fire, our police, and our young people. I hope we get a good day so they can bring their bicycles down there and check them out, and also get some extra safety tips.
We were talking with John Terwilliger at the beginning of the week on the morning show, and he had made comment with the ID that they're putting inside the helmets that it will also have some important health information on there.
It will. I mean, the whole idea of doing this is safety, obviously, and wellness as well. But those are the kind of little things that I hope our community sees that we are trying to do to protect our citizens.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about the mayor's float.
That's down the road, or should I say downstream?
Downstream a little ways.
Because we are going to plan to have an inaugural mayor's float. This is in conjunction with Chris Jackson's Adventures on the Great Miami. He's setting up operations at Treasure Island Park, a beautiful venue, especially for canoes, kayaks, paddle boats, the whole thing. So at 3:30 on May the 12th, that's a Friday, we're going to start at Treasure Island Park. We'll do a ribbon cutting dedication. Then we're going to go upstream to, I'm trying to think if it's maybe Twin Arches Park.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back down the river, scenic river of Great Miami, and then have the float, probably starting around 4 o'clock, so people can come. I would ask that they register either by calling our office, or they can register online, and we'll have that information on our website. Then we're going to have a meet and greet for all those people who made it back downstream to Treasure Island Park. We're going to showcase our new restaurant there, the Smith's Boathouse Restaurant, which has gotten rave reviews.
Oh, great reception from the community and from outside the community too.
So it's just an inaugural way of bringing together, kicking off the Treasure Island season. We have so many different activities, but also the newest livery at Treasure Island Park and the Adventures of the Great Miami. So I would encourage everybody just to have a good time. It's not a race. We're not racing. We're just looking at what the river can provide in terms of scenery, education, wellness. It should be a fun time. Again, Friday, May 12th. Now, we also, everybody has been noticing Hobart Arena. We've already had many activities in there. The new renovation is pretty much done.
Beautiful from the outside. If you had never seen Hobart Arena before, you would think that that's how it has always been. The new construction so fits in with that Art Deco look that it originally had.
They've tried to keep as best a look as they have for the history side, but it has certainly expanded our operations. It allows for more things to be done. The Bravo room is a great dedication, and I've had the privilege of doing the first wedding in the Bravo room, and so I feel honored to be a part of that. But inside is just a different look. It's more open. The inside arena part stays the same, but
well, I can't say that the inside of the arena is the same, because if you look up and just look around, it has all been overhauled.
It has. And so what we want to do is make that an open house, public time when people can just walk through. It's not going to be a programmed open house. It'll be more of an opportunity to do a walk around.
For folks to come in and really see what's been.
From the outside to come into the inside to see the new entranceway and the expansion of some of our concessions and our restroom facilities, as well as many other opportunities. But that will be held at the tail end of May 22nd, when we're starting to get ready for all those high school graduations.
Yep.
We are going to have a time from 6 to 8 o'clock on Monday, May 22nd. Just general open house, a walk around. We'll have our staff there to answer their questions and to just get a feel for the excitement of this treasure that we call the historic Hobart Arena.
All right. And now is it back up and open that folks can do the walk?
Yep.
Like everybody used to walk around now?
Yep. It really is an opportunity to come in anytime, but we want to make it official.
Highlighted that
day. Have the staff available, can answer some of the questions that went into the process and the implementation of the restored and renovated Hobart Arena.
All right, Mayor, we're going to get you out of here this morning because you have your Wink Martindale program to put on down at the Hainer. Where
It should be a fun time. And again,
the not so newlywed game.
Not so newlywed game, and you'll see some of your senior couples vying for the opportunity to be the golden couple of 2017.
All right, can't wait for it, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Clint.
This has been the Mayor's Report. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David the Neuer on TCTV.